Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're looking into the reasons why your person fell in love with you. So beautiful. Love this reading. So, whoa, like starting off with a bang here with the warrior goddess. Clearly you've had an impact on your person. They've seen you maybe angry. They like when you're angry or something like that. They feel like you're a fighter. You're somebody that would like stand your ground and stick up for yourself, or maybe even them. You would hold true to your values. They really could like your face and think your face is really pretty, your eyelashes and your eyes, I'm getting. If you have dark hair, seeing like, well, she has like black hair, but also there's like some blue like intertwined in it. So maybe you have like kind of like a cool funky hairstyle that they really like, or they just think your style overall says a lot about your personality, because the way that she has these like she looks like a warrior. So maybe whatever your aesthetic is, it really matches your fashion choices. So it's like you're very expressive, and everything you do seems to like match up to like the person that they feel that you are. They feel like you're very true to yourself, and it's expressed in everything you say and everything you do, everything you wear, like your decor in your house, if they've seen your house, like stuff like that, where it just like makes sense. I'm just skimming through the book to see, nor is it time to allow another to take the lead in your life. Like you're the type of person that you're the boss of your own life. Like you're very independent of spirit, whether that means, and you're like, oh no, but I like live at home. It doesn't matter. Like you are very independent in spirit, where like when you're moving through the world, you're very sure of yourself, and you won't let somebody tell you, like you will tell them. Like I'm getting like this look of like, excuse me, like you don't let people disrespect you. And trust the instincts guiding you. You need to take action, do it, speak up, say yes or no. I don't feel like you have any problem speaking up. Very bold. Trust your inner truth completely. You're somebody that just follows your own instincts. You're not following the crowd. You're not following society. I'm sure you like obey the rules and things like that, but I'm sure you're breaking some of them too. Like for sure. With grace. Okay, and it's like, even if you're wrong, I'm getting a sense that you're able to accept the consequences and move on, admit that you're wrong. You're not just gonna fight for the sake of it. You will like take the time to look within and be like, you know what, maybe I did sort of make a mistake in this case, something like that, because we have the number 25, which reduces to a 7, but it's a 2 and a 5. That's the high priestess and the Hierophant. So it's like almost like a wise teacher, somebody that's not afraid to like look within. So I feel as though when you're right, you've like really analyzed, you know you're right because you've like truly analyzed the situation. Like you've put some deep thought into it, for example. You're not just, this isn't based on ego, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna make sure your experiences have made you stronger and wiser. You're somebody that really has been prepared by life. Sorry, let me just shift this around over here. That has, and you have a lot of knowledge about a lot of things. I feel like your person really respects that about you. It says you are a warrior goddess, an empowered divine woman. Trust that your foundations are strong. So I feel like you're just very sure of your course, sure of the universe. You are very confident in what you do, and there's the sort of like personal integrity that you operate from, that when something's wrong, like you think it's wrong if you don't like disobey authority. Does that make sense? If you see something going on that you feel isn't right, you will stand up and say something. If it's unjust, I don't think you're jumping on every little thing, but if it's like something that's truly unjust, you cannot sit by. And even if it's like wrong in the eyes of like, again, like I was just saying, using the example of yelling at your boss, if he's disrespecting an employee or just doing something wrong, you will be wrong to be right based on your own personal integrity. But again, not coming from an egoic place, coming from a place of like the high priestess of wisdom in your soul. Okay, so that's what I'm getting right off the bat. What else made Aries person fall in love with Aries? One just like fell off the top. Let's take a look. Pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. And should I get another one? Martyr, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So again, the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. You're somebody that needs a cause, that likes to fight for other people with the Samaritan, but also likes to peacemake. It's like you have both of those sides. You're not just trying to scream and shout. Like, I'm not getting an energy like that. I'm getting an energy of you're looking out for other people, and whatever is needed, you're willing to do. Like this, your person sees you as very, almost like you would sacrifice for people. Very selfless, learning the transcendent nature of service. A martyr can be selfless, but also a martyr with the addiction to self-pity. Maybe at some point you went through a phase where you had like a victim mentality. I don't think your person sees you like that at all, but maybe you would if you're like, oh, but like you feel like insecure about that or something. Maybe you felt sorry for yourself or went through some sort of self-pity phase. But regardless, it's like you came out of it, you transcended that period, and now you use what you've learned, like this warrior goddess was talking about, to help other people. And whether your person really knows all that about you, they just see you helping other people. Maybe they don't know all the experiences behind it. I don't know what they know about you, but they almost see that you're not afraid to sacrifice maybe like the good standing you have with your boss. Like, we'll just use that boss example. If you work together, in order to protect somebody else, like, you'll do what is right. And with the pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before, I think that they really respect your mind. I think they believe that your brain, everything that you think and say comes from a place of love. It's not coming from a space of, again, ego. They think that you have a beautiful mind. They think your mind is something novel, something that they haven't really seen before. A very selfless energy, but also very creative with the pioneer. Passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. Let's look up the pioneer. I like to see what they say sometimes. LMNOP. Okay. Explorer, settler, pilgrim, innovator. They see you as very brave. Like, you're not afraid to, like, and I'm not surprised this is an Aries energy. Going first, standing up, being brave, like that's very Aries. So I'm not surprised to see this energy coming through, but they really think that you're like fearless. Like, I would say, like, it's almost like you're not afraid of anything. They really respect your mind, discovers and explores new territory, whether external or internal. In this case, I would say for the moment, or what they've observed, it seems more internal with the High Priestess and Hierophant vibe I was getting. Hierophant, how do you say that? It's more like internal pioneering, but it could be also traveling and things like that, if that is the case. May initiate innovative fashions. Innovative fashions, yes. Was I saying that? Like, you're dressing in a way that just really reflects everything you say and do. Like, oh, that's so funny. I didn't see, this is why I look at these, because I didn't even know that was on this card. That's cool. Fashions, art, music, or literature. So again, if you are creative and you have some sort of creative projects or artwork that you do, even if you don't sell it, but if this person's like read something that you've written or seen some of your artwork or listened to some of your music that you've made or whatever the case, they really think it's like something cool and different. Like, they're like, wow, like this person's like very original. I'd say they see you as being very original. Like, you're like a trendsetter, not a trend follower. You're not just dressing in the latest trends. Like, oh, like now, like bell bottoms are in again, so I'm gonna start wearing those. Even if you do follow certain trends, like, you put your own spin on it, if that makes sense. Like, with your jewelry and your accessories and your hair, it's like you're not just following the crowd. They could also see you as a little restless, and maybe wonder if they have the capacity to kind of keep you interested for the long haul, because the shadow side of the pioneer is a compulsive need to keep moving on. But that could also just be that they see you as a free spirit. You maybe have moved around a lot, or like changed jobs a lot, or there's something about you where change is a constant thing in your life and you're not afraid of it. They see you as fearless. Ask if your life has been characterized by a need to consistently step on fresh and undiscovered territory in at least one realm. So maybe like you have a stable job, but you moved houses, or you have a stable house, but you've moved careers a lot. Maybe had a lot of relationships. But again, there's that whole like experiential where they were maybe picking up on that you have a lot of experience with things. Even if they wouldn't be like, oh, they've had some life lessons. Like they might be like, wow, they've had a lot of different jobs. They know how to do a lot of shit. Like, you know what I mean? It could just be coming through in a more like basic, not basic, but just normal way for a person to think. Like if they're not thinking in these like spiritual terms, you know? So what else? What else? Oh. Does Aries person, like what made them fall in love with Aries? What about Aries made their person fall in love with them? Luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius, and a win-win outcome is forecast. I feel like you have a very positive attitude. I feel as though you're a very optimistic person in general. Again, there's like a sort of fiery, feisty kind of an energy coming through here. You could be a Sagittarius or a Libra, but again, there's also that a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra. That's making me think that while you are successful and you are maybe even a little bit ambition, oh look, a new romantic cycle begins, new moon in Libra, you really could be a Libra there, or no, you're an Aries, your person could be a Libra, that's what I meant to say, I'm so sorry. Or you could have a lot of Libra in your chart, or Sagittarius. But what was I gonna say? A win-win outcome is forecast. I feel like you're not the person that's gonna win at any cost. Like you want everybody to win. Like for instance, if you work, like I work in a restaurant, so like maybe sometimes you work with somebody and they're like mad that like you made more money than them. Like I feel like that wouldn't be you. You'd be like happy if you all made like good money together. You know what I mean? Like you're not a hater on other people. You're not like, oh, they're doing good, like blah blah blah. Like you're cheering people on when they do good. This is very like attractive energy because it's like you're not jealous, you're not hating on people, you're not like trying to make yourself look good by putting other people down, trying to make someone's candle, like make your own candle brighter by blowing someone else's candle out. You're like, no, if the more candlelight, the more we all shine, like together. Like there's like a vibe like that. And with the Samaritan, it's like if you're doing good, you want to like be in a prominent position to pull people up with you. I'm getting very much so a vibe like that. Let's see, what else? What made I almost just said Sagittarius this person. It's like, I don't know why I just wanted to say that. Aries person fall in love with them. Oh. Okay, that's too many. Let's just get one. Oh my gosh, okay. What made Aries person fall in love with Aries? Elephant spirit, learn from the past. I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. Oh my God, another number 25. That's so funny. So maybe your birthday is February 5th or May 2nd, or maybe those dates are important. Maybe you're 25 years old. The number 25 could just be relevant somehow. But, and then number 35, spirit has a plan. Hi, Dee, what happened, Mama? But learn from the past. Should we look in the book and just see what it says? I like to. I'm getting a vibe that they think you have nice skin. And hold on. Although we often wish we could leave the past behind, Elephant Spirit reminds us that memory matters. I feel like you maybe have a lot of like wise stories from your past. We must respect the wisdom of the elders who hand down to us traditions that have shaped to express our connection to each other and respect for the community. What has come before informs what we are experiencing today, and we must never forget our legacy of strength and dignity. Elephant Spirit appears with the message that we are to acknowledge that we came from, that we are to acknowledge that which we came before and learn from it. Okay, I just feel like that's basically reiterating that message. And I feel like they, maybe especially in money matters or something, maybe there was a time, because elephants can speak of abundance, and even like luck is on your side, Sagittarius energy, that can speak of like having good financial luck. Sometimes I think about that in that way. So maybe there's something where you sort of like lost everything and went through some hard times financially, but you like learned from the past, you picked yourself up, you figured out how to fix these issues. And maybe it's something you've like talked about with this person or something, where you were like, oh yeah, like I was like really in debt, or I destroyed my credit, but then I did this. It's like something like that where you're not like pretending like, oh, I've always had perfect credit, or you're not ashamed of your past. You're like, oh yeah, like I know exactly how to fix that problem because I was there. Like it's like something like that where you have a lot of experience in something, but I think from almost like messing it up. Like, and you're not afraid to say that. Like with this whole spirit has a plan thing, I'm getting that you see your experiences as opportunities, even the bad ones, and that's like kind of like where this whole positive attitude, I believe, comes from, if that makes sense. Okay, so what else? What made Aries person, okay, what was the process like for Aries person? Like, how were they feeling when they first met Aries and when they fell in love? How were they feeling when they fell in love with Aries? Like, what was going on at the time? Let's get more about like the where and when. Like, what was happening? We have the Three of Cups, so, and the Four of Wands. So maybe it was at like a party or something with the Three of Cups and the Four of Wands. That talks about like fun times with friends and like a celebration with the Four of Wands. But then maybe they sort of like asked you to dance or made some sort of like romantic gesture towards you or something. What else can we get from this? We have the Star in reverse. So maybe it was something like they really noticed you, like you like stuck out to them, maybe by your outfit or something like that. Maybe they like bought you a drink or something with the Two of Cups, like they shared a drink with you. But where it's almost like you were the belle of the ball, but with the Star, it was like you didn't want to be. You were sort of dimming yourself down a little bit, trying to like hide on the sidelines, and this person's like, hey, like, you're beautiful, and like, let's have a drink or something like that. I just saw the Five of Swords, so maybe there were some haters there, like trying to like, I don't know, put you down or something, intervene, or like say almost, maybe someone was talking bad about you to this person, and so they like went and like asked you to dance in order to like make a point, you know? All right, what was this person thinking when they like fell in love? How, like, what was the situation? We have the Four of Swords. I feel as though they just couldn't deny, almost like maybe there was like a period. Okay, so like we're at the party, you're kind of hiding away or something like that. And then maybe they were like thinking very heavily about it with the Page of Swords. They were like observing you, they were watching you. The Six of Wands, it's like they wanted to almost come like sweep you off your feet, I'm getting. So maybe they like approached you, like I was saying, and like asked you to dance, asked you if they could get you a drink, just like struck up a conversation with you, whatever it was. It was like they wanted to, maybe they thought you were like anxious or something. They sensed your anxiety by observing you, and they wanted to sort of like soothe you with the Four of Swords by just like going to talk to you even as a friend with the Three of Cups. What else? So this could be like any sort of like gathering with friends. I'm really getting it was like a happy event, like a wedding, a dance, a party, something like that. We have the Ace of Wands and the Moon. I feel as though they they made some sort of a move here with the Ace of Wands. Like they initiated some sort of gesture towards you. I feel as though they maybe told themselves that with the Seven of Swords that they masked the reason that they wanted to talk to you, even to themselves, or like ask you to dance or whatever they did to sort of like ease your anxiety. Like they noticed you like skulking in the shadows, and they're like, oh, let me just go make that person feel better. But there was really this like Page of Wands, this curious energy, this excited, like interested energy, like underneath the surface. But with the Moon, exactly, it was like underneath the surface, and they were hiding, I would say, their own feelings from themselves because they were so strong. They almost had to tell themselves that the reason that they were they were approaching you in the first place was like a different reason, if that makes sense. They were kind of like disguising it to themselves, like, oh hey, like let me just go see that person looks like a little anxious, let me go like see if they're okay. But really they just like were excited and wanted to talk to you and like be around you. And just with this moon card, it's so pretty. I almost want to clarify the moon. The Knight of Wands, it's like I feel like their emotions were super intense, that they just, their emotions like made them make a move on you, or like make some sort of gesture towards you, or like approach you in some way, where they just like couldn't help it. Like they just were led by their passion, by the moon, by the feelings that they were having. Like even like with the star, it's like I'm getting like a ship following a star, following a certain course. It's they really didn't have a say. But yeah, I'm getting that they really are a big fan. Like, and they really, and like, should we ask about like what's going on now, and like what's going on in your connection now? How are they feeling about you? Oh, we have the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So there's like a more serious tone here. I feel like they're a little bit more serious about you. With the Three of Pentacles and the Empress. So maybe some time has passed here where when it started out, it was the Three of Cups, which was a little bit more fun and frivolous. Maybe they had the intention of just like hanging out, having some drinks, maybe having some good times. We did see the Ace of Wands, also the Knight of Wands. But now they're seeing like the Empress energy, where it's more of like, I want to build with this person. I want to take this seriously. So how have their feelings changed since then? We have the Emperor. Yeah, they're taking this seriously. Wow, that's kind of crazy. So they're, and that's more Aries energy, but they're wanting to step up and build something real here with you. That's definitely how it's changed. It maybe has even inspired them to be more serious about things in their own life. The Two of Wands, to kind of change the course of their life here and take a new direction. That would include their Empress here. I'm sorry, Queen of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Especially if this is sort of a new energy for them to be in, if they were in this more Knight of Wands energy in the past. Maybe they used to be kind of concerned about what other people would think. With the Judgment card, I'm getting that there's something about a community. We have the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. So again, like I was saying, if there was a party or like some sort of social event, you guys must have similar ties in the community, I'm getting. And maybe they worried almost what other people would say, or even just their own community, their own friends and family. It would seem out of character for them to be serious about somebody, but it seems like with the Queen of Pentacles, they really are. Like that's what's changed. With the Ace of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles, it's Ace of Wands like transitioning into the Queen of Pentacles. What was just like kind of like a potential for fun and excitement, maybe even sexuality, is turned into like something solid with the Queen of Pentacles being here, for sure. And the Moon and the Nine of Wands, I'm getting that this person is prepared to really take a stand for this and really fight for this. This isn't something that they're gonna let the frivolous opinions of others intervene. Like they're standing strong for this 100%. What was on the bottom of the deck? Judgment. Oh yeah, Judgment. What's this sticking out? King of Pentacles. Yeah, the King of Pentacles. They're very serious about the two of you as of this point right now, and they're working on things behind the scenes. And with the Four of Swords and the Two of Wands, remember with the Four of Swords, there was that whole vibe of them disguising their intentions even to themselves. I feel like with the Two of Wands, they've really chose a course for this. They're being very realistic with themselves. We have basically just fire and earth here. Fire and earth. And that's a very stable relationship for actually creating something in the physical. So I feel like your person is in a very stable place as far as this connection is concerned. Whereas down here, we have a lot of cups, swords, and fire. I don't think we had any. I don't think they were serious about you in the past. When they fell in love with you, it was almost against their will. And they didn't really take it seriously in their mind, but their emotions were very strong with the Moon, and they were almost like hidden from themselves. But it's almost like a thing where if they look back now at this event, whatever it was that they fell in love with you, that I don't even think was like a date or anything. I think it was just like a normal day, and they just, something happened, maybe the way you looked, something like that just triggered something in them. But I think when they look back on it now, it's so obvious to them that they were falling in love with you, but they didn't like see it at the time, if that makes sense. It's like they saw it, they felt things, but they didn't stop to think like, oh, why am I so concerned if this person is anxious and upset? Like they weren't like, oh, because I really care about them. They just kind of were following the instincts, almost like following their soul in a way, like following the star, their own star, but not realizing they were following that, if that makes sense. And they were almost needing to rationalize it a different way in their head at the time. But I feel like their awareness has grown in this situation and they're fully aware of what's going on here and that they want to make you theirs. Woo, all right. Like, I love this reading. So what else should we ask? Should we clarify more about what they love about you, or should we just see what's going to happen next? Let's clarify more what they love about you. We have melancholy. I'm telling you, they thought you were sad or something, and they wanted to like, they maybe thought you looked lonely, like maybe you were like, you're kind of a loner, because we were getting like an independent sort of a spirit here. So maybe they saw you like sitting by yourself and they were like, oh, like they look sad. Like mysterious. Okay, so like they didn't really like maybe understand, like you have like that sort of a vibe where there's like different facets of your personality being revealed like a little bit at a time, and they find it very fascinating. But the mysterious, I'm thinking of like a mystery that you want to solve, like a book you can't wait to finish, or like, you know, turning the page, business savvy. Okay, so they think you're very smart. And again, like how I was saying with the money examples, they might have seen you or know that you've like overcome some sort of troubles with money. I don't know why that was coming through. Thoughtful. They find you very thoughtful. They respect your mind, I would say. They think you're very considerate of other people. And sarcastic, but you're funny, you're witty. And again, there's that sharp mind used in two different ways, where you're thoughtful and sweet and considerate, but you also can give it and take it in like a bantery, like argument, or just like a little, what is it called when you're just like sparring with somebody, bantering. So what could be coming up next for this connection? Maybe you're already with this person, with the Emperor and the Queen of Pentacles. This could already be an established connection at this point. Whoa, we have a rose. Romance is in the air. Oh my God. Cute. So maybe they're going to get you some flowers or make some sort of proposal to you. March. Okay. Well, as the time that I'm doing this is what? It's about to be September, so that's kind of far away, but what's March? Is that when this is going to happen? Or maybe this happened in March, that they fell in love with you or something like that. Something in the springtime. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. So I see a lot of like positivity here. Kite, vacation. Well, maybe they're going to take you on a vacation in March. And heart, love, deep affection and caring. Okay, so that's pretty clear here. There's, what is this March energy? I really don't like that. Broken bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem. So maybe something happened in March, because the bridge came right after that. Like that's not broken. So maybe from March to now, there's been like a lot that has happened, and we've really repaired a lot of the damage that happened since then, or something like that. Maybe there was like a parting of the ways, and now we're like building that bridge to like come together again or something. If you're not already in a connection, which I feel like you might be already. We have a rose, we have a heart, beautiful. Should we get a few messages from them just to see? Why not? Wait, let me just see. Can you see if I do a little row here? I'll do it like at the bottom maybe, because this looks pretty. Like, I want to kiss you more than I've ever wanted anything. And I feel like when they fell in love with you, that they really wanted to kiss you. And even like the Ace of Wands, I sometimes think of as a kiss, because it's kind of like a more flirty energy. It's not like 10 of Wands, like I'm sexually frustrated. It's more of like the initial, like that initial spark, what you first want to do. And kissing is kind of on the menu. How am I able to feel you when you're miles away? So if there has been distance, they haven't been able to stop thinking about you. Or if you are in a relationship with this person, when you're apart, they really miss you. I love the way your brain works. Your voice is my favorite sound. So you're so sexy. Like, they were definitely very, very attracted to you, like right from the jump. I love how you take care of other people. They've definitely noticed that about you. And what else? Why did Aries person fall in love with Aries? I've dreamt about you. I love your style. I knew it. So I don't know. I've dreamt about you. I love how you take care of other people. They haven't been able, there's a very dreamy, emotionally intense quality here. So I've never met anyone like you. Like you stand out from the crowd. You're different from anyone they've ever met. And they like it. So, all right, Aries, get it. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will catch you in the next one. Please like, comment, or subscribe if you did. Otherwise, have a great day or night wherever you are, okay? Bye.